Hi everyone, I'm Irene and I'm going to be guiding you through a series of back bends, progressively working up towards the pose Urdhva Dhanurasana, so the full wheel pose, and also including a few shoulder openers. So we'll be working a lot with, of course, finding this flexibility and strength in the back, and also that space you need in the front of the chest to find your fullest expression of back bending. So if you've got more time, I'd suggest do a few sun salutations first. If you're not sure about how to do that, take a look at my other video on sun salutations. Otherwise, if you're a bit shorter on time or you've already done sun salutations, we'll come and get started. So we're going to begin in a downward dog. So you can just slowly find your way into your downward dog, allowing the belly to draw slightly in and up. So this is kind of an underestimated part of the back bending you want to be aware of to keep that firmness. And this will really help protect your lower back. Yeah. Use the inhale to come forward to a plank pose. And in the plank, you can really again find that engagement with the belly, find the engagement with the legs, extend and lift the shoulders up. And then on the exhale, you can lower down, drop if you like the knees, and come down to the belly. So we're going to begin with the Cobra pose, found of course in all sun salutations, most yoga practices. Hands are under the shoulders, elbows stay close. And we're going to just to begin with move in and out a few times. So legs want to be active. Inhale, slowly lift the chest forward and up. And exhale, lower down. Inhale again to lift up. And exhale, lower. Doing this a few more times. Inhale, lifting. And exhale, lower. See if you can keep that firmness in the belly. Inhaling. And exhale. Doing this one more time. On the inhale, we're going to see if you can pause here. Now trying to lift the fingers a little up, palms up. So you're really engaging the back here. You're not using any of the strength of your arms to hold you in place. Slowly then on the exhale, lower down. Progressing now towards Shalabhasana. Hands are coming behind. You can turn the palms up, hands resting alongside the body. Again, legs are going to be active, toes grounding. Inhale, lifting the head forward and up. And exhale, lower. Inhaling to lift. And exhale, lower. Doing this 3 more times. Inhaling. And exhale. Inhale to come up. And exhale, come back down. Now inhale this time as you come up, you can pause. Option, if you like, also to lift the legs. If you want a different variation with the arms, maybe interlace the fingers. Reach the arms back so you really create that space in the front of the shoulders. Notice what's happening with your breath. So see if you can keep steadily breathing in and out through the nose. And then on the exhale, slowly lower all the way back down. From here, we're going to move now towards Bhekasana. So first you can bring the arms under the shoulders, and we're kind of coming more to here, the Sphinx pose actually. It's more resting sort of back bend. And then you're going to bend the right leg, reach the right hand back. And if you've got the space here, try to spin your right arm around so you can really draw that right foot down. Maybe sliding a finger into the space between your toes. And then option, if you like here, to lift a little up through the left hand. Yeah. So chest is opening, shoulder is opening here. Left leg is long and active. Stay here, one more breath. And then slowly exhale, release, and change sides. So this time you're reaching the left foot up, left hand reaches back. If you have the space, start to rotate. Otherwise, fingertips can be reaching back. Really check that the front of your left hip is grounded. And then start to lift a little up. Right hand can be supporting you here. Gaze looking forward if you like. And if it feels quite intense lifting high, you can always come a little lower, so you can even keep the elbow on the ground if you prefer. And then exhale, lower down completely. And now option here to come to the full Bhekasana with both legs and both arms. So drawing the hands back. See if you can start to rotate the hands. When you're coming with both arms, it's a bit more tricky. So if this feels a little bit not right for you right now, just alternate one leg at a time and create a bit more space there first. It's a bit harder to lift up here. So see if you can really send the feet down with the hands, lift up through the chest, and exhale, lower down. We're going to progress now to Dhanurasana. So we're going to reach the feet up. Hands are this time coming towards the ankles. If it's hard to reach the ankles, you can reach the toes. Drawing the feet already a little together, so that will help the knees not spin too far apart. Press the feet into your hands. And at the same time, start to lift the legs, lifting up through the chest. Keeping hips on the ground, keeping the lowest part of the rib cage on the ground. Upper ribs can lift. And here it's really nice to work and find space in the shoulders. If it feels too intense to stay up for 5 breaths, you might lower. On the exhale, inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower, and work a little bit here. Otherwise, staying up for a couple more breaths. And then exhale, slowly lower all the way down, releasing the feet. Bring the hands under the shoulders, untuck the toes. Inhale, lifting up to a slightly bigger cobra now. Keeping the shoulders down, elbows close. And you can either stay here in the cobra or start to come up towards the upward dog. So for the upward dog, we're lifting the hips, keeping the chest nice and lifted here. If there's tension in the lower back, you might just drop the hips a little down and slowly engage the belly and see if that creates more space. Use the exhale to roll over the toes, lift the hips, and come to your downward dog. From here, we're going to drop the knees, keeping the hips right above the knees, walking the arms forward and starting to drop the chest down. So if you can, try to allow the whole front of the shoulders to drop here. Arms staying shoulder distance apart as you gaze forward. If this is too much, hands come a little closer, chest is not so lifted. Staying wherever you are for 2 more breaths. So this is a great kind of combination of shoulder opener and back bend. And then slowly use the inhale to walk the hands forward. From here, we're going to come to sit down. So either you can come to a kneeling position or you can come to a cross-leg position. Reaching the arms wide, we're coming to Garudasana arms. So cross the right elbow on top of the left, wrapping the arms, reaching elbows high and allowing the hands to reach away from the face. Finding that stretch in the top of the shoulders. If the hands can't come together, you can just have back of the hands reaching towards each other. And then slowly exhale, release, arms reaching wide, and then we'll change sides. So left elbow crossing on top of the right. So already when you're setting up the crossing, that's really where you start to create the space. Wrapping then the arms, reach the hands up and allow the hands to move away from your face. Really like breaking this pose down into just the arm part. So normally you'll see Garudasana as a standing balance, but when we're just focusing on the arms, we can really get a little deeper into that shoulder. Slowly exhale, release. And now reach your right arm up, bending the right arm, hands come towards the back of the shoulders, left hand reaching towards your right elbow. You can stay here with the left hand drawing that right elbow slightly up and back, or reaching the left arm to the side, sliding it up the back, either hands resting on the back of your t-shirt or bringing the hands together behind the back. So now we're moving to Gomukasana arms, so cow face pose here. Keep allowing the neck to be long, lower ribs and belly to be drawing a little in. And then exhale, release, change sides. So left arm reaches up, hand drops back, right hand reaching towards the elbow. Maybe you find this more effective for the stretch, or reach the right arm around, starting to creep the hand up. Notice if the head is dropping forward, keep the neck in line with the rest of the spine. And then on the exhale, you can slowly lower and release. We're going to move to Ustrasana now, camel pose. So knees are coming above the hips, hands coming to the back of the hips, and see if you can send the hips forward. At the same time, draw the belly in, lift the chest up, and if it's comfortable, dropping the neck a little back. If you have lower back pain here, come a little out and try to engage the belly more. If you feel quite comfortable, you might draw the hands down towards the ankles. If you're just that little bit off, there's this little trick where you can tuck the toes under and you're a little bit closer to reaching the ankles. Head can drop all the way back if you like. Still keeping belly firm, chest lifting up, hips forward. And then slowly to come out, hands can come to the hips, coming up. And exhale, slowly lowering down. And from here, we're going to come down on the back. Setting up, so we're building towards our Urdhva Dhanurasana. But we're going to first, for the first one, just keep the shoulders on the ground. So the feet are set up parallel, arms alongside the body. Inhale, start to lift up through your hips. See if you can walk the shoulder blades a little together. Interlace from here the fingers and really engage the legs, ground the toes, lifting chest towards your chin. Create space in the front of the shoulders. See if you can keep breathing nice and steady. The other option is maybe bringing the hands towards the hips. That might create a bit more space for you. And then when you're ready, exhale, slowly lower down and release. And just take a moment here to refine the breath again. So if this pose felt quite challenging with the shoulders on the ground, I'd suggest working here for some time before attempting to come up with the hands. So you can either repeat the version on the shoulders or setting up for Urdhva Dhanurasana. If you've tried this a few times and you know it's hard to come up, maybe you're lacking a bit of space in the shoulders. So try walking hands at least as wide as your mat. So that will just create more space rather than hands being close and there being no space to come up. Right. Grounding again through the toes. Inhale, once more we lift the hips. So again, you can stay here if you like, or you press into the hands, coming to crown of the head. Pausing maybe here, adjust the hands a little if you need. You can stay on the crown of the head, or on the inhale, start to lift all the way up. If you can, allow the arms to lengthen completely. Bring the weight of the chest forward, so slightly away from the legs. Feet are still nice and heavy here. And the hips are reaching right up. Now see if you can keep the breath full and deep. Staying here 2 more breaths, or on the crown of the head, or with shoulders on the ground. And then slowly on the exhale, coming down, tucking chin to the chest. Lower all the way down. And take a moment to rest here. Hug the knees if you like into the chest. Maybe make a few circles with the knees. It's nice after all this back bending to just reset the back a little. So let's come to a happy baby pose. The knees can reach apart. Hands slide up to the ankles or outsides of the feet. And you can stay in the middle here, so this is really nice for the back. Or you can rock a little bit from side to side, and again, it can just be nice to massage the back of the body. Slowly coming back to the middle if you were rocking. Releasing the feet, hugging knees towards the chest. We'll just finish with a spinal twist. You can keep hugging the right knee close, extend the left leg. Reach your right leg all the way over to the left side and allow the right arm to reach to the right. It can stay in the middle, or you can turn the head towards one side if you like. And then inhale, come through the center. Change sides, so hug the left knee close, extend the right leg. Guide the left leg over to the right side and reach your left arm to the left. Inhaling, rolling onto the back. Hug the knees into your chest. If you've got a bit more time, you might choose to relax as long as you like in Shavasana. Otherwise, you can just slowly roll onto one side and find your way back to a seated position. So thanks so much for joining. Hope this video was helpful and also helped show a little bit the progression of build-up you can be working on different back bends. Do take it slow, especially if you're having any pain in the back, and work a little bit with the back bending on the belly before moving on to the other poses. Let me know in the comments if you've got any questions. And if you like the video, please do subscribe to the channel, give this video a big thumbs up, and I'll see you again soon.